If you are looking for some vegan dinner inspiration, this video is for you. I am going to show you today 5 vegan meals that my kids are currently enjoying. I'm going to have 5 recipes in this video for you to try out yourself. Simple, delicious, all vegan that I'm sure you're going to love as well. These black bean and TVP enchiladas are such a comforting meal. I find a really great way to add in a bunch of veggies into this recipe. So all you're going to do is start off by making your sauce, which is going to have half a teaspoon of oregano, 1 teaspoon of cumin, 1 garlic clove minced up, half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 3 tablespoons of plain flour, and we're just going to stir that on a medium heat until it is fragrant. And then we're going to add in our wet ingredients of 3 cups of vegetable stock, 3 tablespoons of tomato paste. Whisk that up until that sauce starts to thicken up a little bit more. Near the end, when it's ready to come off the heat, you just add in 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Put that aside, and now we're going to just work on our filling. As I said, filling can be any ingredient you like, but I find this combination works amazing. So you're just going to cut up 1 small red onion, 1 tomato diced up, and then 1 head of broccoli as well, just diced into small florets. So like, you might be going, enchiladas, broccoli, how weird, but I love broccoli, and this is really easy to hide broccoli in anyway, but our kids love broccoli. Don't need to hide it, but it is still fantastic to add in some broccoli into this recipe. So you're just going to brown up your onion, your tomato and broccoli. Then you're just going to add in your flavoring of 1 garlic clove minced up, 1 teaspoon of sweet paprika, and 1 teaspoon of cumin, handful of oregano as well. So then we're just going to add in our sweet and savory combination of 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, 2 tablespoons of dark soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Add in about a cup of vegetable stock as well. So for this recipe, I'm going to use 1 can of black beans and about a cup of TVP in here as well. Just continue to boost this up with some veggies, just with some spinach as well. So you're just going to mix that around until that mixture thickens up, and then we're going to chuck them into our burrito wraps. Have the oven on about 160 degrees Celsius. Then you're just going to add in your sauce down the bottom of the oven dish, add in your burritos, chuck some more sauce on top, and then if you like, you can add some grated vegan cheese on top as well. Chuck that in the oven probably for about 20-25 minutes until the burritos start to brown up a little bit. I love serving up this meal to the kids because it is just packed with so much goodness in there, a lot of veg, a lot of protein, and then I generally try to add in a little bit of fruit as well to kind of mix it up. So no surprises with this one at all. Didn't really need too much convincing to eat this one down. And a little bit of an extra bonus is there's some leftovers probably for lunches the next day. This vegan okonomiyaki recipe is incredible. So easy to whip together. Just putting in 2 potatoes and 1 large carrot, shredding them up as seen here, and then 1/4 of a green cabbage shredded as well. It's a really great way to use up some veggies, this recipe. And then we're just going to make it like a pancake with 1 cup of flour, 1 tablespoon of ginger powder, a cup of water, teaspoon of baking powder, 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and then to get some really nice flavors, you're just going to use some vegan oyster sauce as well. So you're just going to be adding the wet to the veggies. Everyone's veggies will be different sizes, so you may need to not put in as much veggies, or alternatively you may need to make a little bit more of the wet ingredients. So just play around with it for yourself. So then all you're going to do, get your pan to a medium heat, add some sesame seed oil to the fry pan to give it some more flavor as well, and then it's just a case of pan frying it just as you would like a pancake. So it's a little bit hard to find a vegan QP, so I just use traditional vegan mayo and then just some barbecue sauce, and also sprinkle over a bit of seaweed as well. Texture is incredible, flavors are amazing, and super simple to whip up in no time at all. It actually did truthfully take a while to convince the kids to enjoy this meal. They do love it now, so it doesn't take too much to convince them with this. So a little bit of fruit, a little bit of seaweed, and the okonomiyaki. So it goes down relatively well. The kids love sprinkling over the seaweed themselves as well. So that is a very easy and delicious meal that you can try on your kids as well. I hope you're enjoying this video so far, getting some meal ideas for yourself or even to try on your vegan kids. I find personally it does take a lot of persistence, so keep at it in trying your kids on different veggies, different foods. It definitely does take a little bit of time. I've said it before in previous videos, but you know, it can take anywhere up to about 10 different exposures for kids to, you know, even try some food. That okonomiyaki, that took a lot of convincing initially, and now they do not even question it. And broccoli is their favorite veggie. They don't even blink an eye and they scoff down broccoli all the time. So definitely keep at it. Hopefully these meal ideas are something that you can implement into your routine. And please, this is just a rough guide of what our kids eat. So this is probably about 80-90% of the time what they eat, and then that 10% of the time, sometimes I cannot be bothered cooking, and you know, sometimes we get Hungry Jacks, sometimes we get Domino's, sometimes we get some takeaway. But do not feel bad that you implement some of that as well. Just use these meals as a guidance into some new ideas that you can implement into your weekly routine as well. So anyway, back to this video. I'm sure you're gonna love these next recipe ideas as well. These pepper beef style pies are fantastic, like a very traditional Aussie pie. I love chucking mushrooms into this recipe. It's not necessary, but it is great in there. So all you're going to do is cut up 1 brown onion and about a cup of your mushrooms as well. You can use about 400 grams of plant-based mince into this recipe. What I've been doing lately is about 1.5 cups of TVP in this meal. Like TVP is really cheap and also very high in protein as well. So you can use mince or the TVP. TVP has like a mince-like texture anyway. So we're just going to brown up our onions and our mushrooms. Then we're slowly going to add in 2 cups of vegetable stock, have our TVP as I mentioned earlier, and then add in 2 tablespoons of tomato paste and 2 tablespoons of plain flour. So you're just going to continually mix that until that starts to thicken up. It will thicken up pretty quickly. So this is a pepper beef style pie. So add in maybe about 1 teaspoon of pepper. It depends on your pepper tolerance. You can definitely adjust this as well. But the texture on these pies are absolutely unreal and always a hit here. So the kids have got it tonight with just some broccoli and some mango, always mixing up the plate for them with some fruit and other items. So really no surprises with these pies. They do like having it with a bit of a tomato sauce. Easy, delicious. I quickly made these in my $29 Kmart pie maker, which is such a great investment. Another comforting meal, chickpea Tuno pasta bake. This is an amazing recipe. It's really comforting and super delicious as well. So you're just gonna drain your can of chickpeas and then we're just gonna mash it up until like 80 to 90% mashed up. You want a little bit of texture in there. So then all we're just gonna add in is just 4 tablespoons of hummus, 3 tablespoons of water, 1/2 cup of red onion diced up, 1 tablespoon of chia seeds, 1/3 cup of vegan mayo, and then just some salt and pepper to taste. So you're just gonna all chuck that into a massive bowl, mix it up, and then chuck it in the fridge to cool down. So this mixture is fantastic just in a sanger itself or in this delicious pasta bake that we're making right here. So to continue with this pasta bake recipe, we're just going to make like a creamy sauce to go with it. So we've got 1/2 cup of Nuttelex or vegan butter melted, chuck in 2/3 cup of plain flour, and then whisk in 2/3 cup of soy milk as well. And then you're just going to add in some very simple flavors of just some garlic cloves minced up, 1 tablespoon of vegan mayo, small dash of lemon juice, and then salt and pepper. It really is just a case of chucking it in all together into a massive oven dish. Have about 500 grams of your cooked pasta, the Tuno mix in there, and then that creamy sauce. Sprinkle on some seasoning if you like. I generally sprinkle on a bit of oregano. Then we're just going to whack it in the oven for about 20-25 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius until some of that pasta kind of gets a little bit crispy, a little bit brown on top. So comfort, easy. So with the kids tonight, our youngest loves olives. So I've whacked it with some olives tonight, with some mango and broccoli. And this is just an easy, comforting meal. And the kids honestly always devour it. As you can see here, absolutely scraped it up and did a fantastic job tonight. broccoli soup has to be definitely my favorite soup out there. I really need to learn how to make more soups, but with this broccoli soup, all we're going to cut up is 1 brown onion, 2 potatoes diced up, like cubed up a little bit, and then we're just going to cut up about 2 medium-sized broccolis, and then we're going to whack that into your massive pot. Brown that onion up a little bit, and then add in your other veggies, and then just going to be whacking in about 5 cups of vegetable stock. Whack that lid on top of the pot and let it simmer until those potatoes have softened. So then after that, just let it sit for a little bit, cool down, and then blend up till nice and smooth. And then you're going to bring it back to the heat, and then add in about 3 tablespoons of vegan butter to get a little bit more creaminess. And then you can add in any sort of flavoring you like. I like to add in salt and pepper generally, and then if I'm a little bit risque with the kids, I do try to add in 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper as well. So this one is a very simple dinner. The kids love the broccoli soup as well, so just got the broccoli soup with some bread. Feel like that's probably not enough, so I also did a bowl of fruit as well. As you can see, the kids love it, and it is so easy to put together, and you know, one of those easy, comforting soup nights that always goes down an absolute treat. So there we go, friends. I really hope this gives you a bit of an insight of what my vegan kids are currently enjoying. They are 7 and 6. They are generally quite good eaters. We are very fortunate that they've been pretty good eaters from birth. As I said earlier, persistence is definitely key. It does definitely take time for kids to find what they enjoy. Sometimes they just have off days. All they want is just a cheese sanger. Anyway, friends, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this, what my vegan kids ate in a week, then you're gonna love this video as well. 5 more amazing vegan meals that my kids are currently enjoying. These videos include a simple vegan meal inspiration and recipes for you to try out yourself and on your kids as well. So anyway, friends, I really hope you enjoyed this video. So until next time, I will catch you very, very soon.